you on this some more. We welcome back to the show our good friend, Texas Senator Ted Cruz, in his own race down there in Texas. Senator Cruz, I just want to talk 1 second. You know, just this last point, maybe it's obvious, maybe it's not. Yeah, a lot of smart people with Mr. Trump on the stage yesterday, speaking with him. Yeah, a lot of smart people in the crowd for that matter, too. You know, it kind of goes back to Abe Lincoln's, diverse cabinet. It takes a smart fella with self-confidence to have very smart people around him or her. And I think that's what you have with Mr. Trump. And I think that's almost an underrated thing with this new coalition and all these Democrats coming over. What do you think? Have you thought about that? What do you say to it?
Yeah, Larry, I think that's right. I think we're seeing a broad and diverse coalition coming behind Donald Trump, coming behind Republicans. We're seeing the most important is the socioeconomic realignment. Historically, Republicans were viewed as party of the rich, and the Democrats were viewed as the party of the poor and the working class. I don't know that that was ever true, but it's most definitely not true today. The two have flipped. Today, the Republican Party, we are a blue-collar party. We are a party of truck drivers and steel workers and cops and firefighters and waiters and waitresses. We're a party of men and women with calluses on their hands. You can see that in the rallies. That is including more and more Hispanics who are moving right in record numbers. That is including more and more African Americans who are moving right in record numbers. It's including more young people. Young people are realizing, wait a second, they got sold a bill of goods, and this economy, this inflation, this crime they're coming out of school with is not what they had 4 years ago and we're looking forward to. And I think that's a really powerful thing, the breadth. It is a factor of a couple of things. Number one, Donald Trump, you and I both know him very, very well, is a unique individual. He's an individual who inspires a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life. But number two, the Democrats, between Biden and Kamala, they chase people away. Their approach is you will submit, you will obey, you will follow our orders, or we will beat you down. You know, you want to have a sad moment of just how extreme the Democrat Party is. Compare last Friday. Last Friday, you had Donald Trump in Texas. I was with him. Big rally against illegal immigration, highlighting the families of those who lost loved ones to violent, criminal, illegal aliens. The same day, Kamala Harris is in Houston, also in Texas, with Beyonce and Willie Nelson, and the image that will be remembered from that rally, from that fake concert, is this angry, screaming young woman, this Kamala Harris supporter, screaming at a 2-year-old, a toddler in a stroller. And I would say that really embodies where today's Democrat Party is. The anger, the hate, the intolerance. I don't know about you, but I've never seen an adult scream at a child, somebody else's child, the way she did, and that's the poison, sadly, that the left is selling.
You know, it just looks like the old Democratic coalition. Look, we know it's breaking up. Mr. Trump's, in some sense, Reagan started this 40 years ago. Mr. Trump renewed it in 2016. It's ebbed and flowed since Mr. Trump was first elected. Right now, it seems to be almost at its peak, or maybe it is peaking. But it's like, Senator Cruz, you know, it's the identity, ethnic politics is not enough. People want results, and they didn't get results in the last 4 years. And I don't know whether you're seeing this in Texas, in the presidential race. Trump's got a big lead, I'm told. You got a pretty fair lead yourself down there. But I'm just saying, it's not enough to be a certain ethnic or identity group. They want results, and the Democrats haven't given them results. And that theme came out yesterday at Madison Square Garden, too.
Look, absolutely people want results, and the results of Kamala Harris have been failure, chaos at the southern border, crime, rampant inflation, the economy hurting, wars all across the world. It is a mess. It is a train wreck. I will say, though, it is still a political battle, and I want to caution Republicans, don't get overconfident. I think Trump has the momentum nationally, but we could still lose this. Do not take this for granted. The swing states are all within a couple of points. And I'll tell you, my race in Texas is a very, very real race. Chuck Schumer has been explicit that I'm his #1 target in the country. The Democrats are right now spending over $100 million trying to beat me. Schumer and George Soros are flooding cash into the state of Texas. We had a poll come out a couple of days ago that showed it as a 1-point race. Just today, we had a poll in my Senate race come out that showed it at tied, an absolute tie. And so I will say to your viewers, I need your help. I want to ask you to go to tedcruz.org, tedcruz.org. Go and contribute $25, $50, $100. We need the help. We are literally getting pummeled by tens and hundreds of millions of dollars of attack ads, and they're all designed to be deceptive. Kamala Harris and my left-wing opponent, Colin Allred, they are both open border radicals. Colin Allred voted 100% with Nancy Pelosi, 100% with Kamala Harris. And yet, just like Kamala Harris, Colin Allred is running TV ads trying to cover up his record, trying to pretend suddenly he supports a border wall, which is what Kamala is doing, too. It's dishonest and it's dangerous, and it's why your viewers going right now to tedcruz.org. Tedcruz.org is so important because, Larry, we're at the stage that if you give $100 today, that money will be deployed on television by tomorrow. And if we get our message out to Texans, we're going to win. But if we're not heard, there's a very real risk we lose.
What's the biggest issue down there? What's the biggest issue in your race, Senator? Is it the border? Is it the failures of the administration? Is it Kamala herself? What's the single biggest issue? I got 30 seconds left.
The number one issue is the open border that is endangering our families and our children. We are being invaded. 11.5 million illegal immigrants, Venezuelan gangs, breaking into a woman's home in Dallas, tying her up and pistol whipping her, taking over apartment complexes in San Antonio, and then in Houston, Texas, kidnapping, rape, and murdering Jocelyn Nungary, a beautiful 12-year-old girl. This is Kamala Harris's and Colin Allred's open borders. We are at real risk, but as you said, when Trump is president again, when we're back, we will fix it because we did it before. We'll do it again.
Yeah, I think so. She broke it. He'll fix it. He's got a track record. You've got a good track record, too,
Yep.
Senator Cruz. Good luck on the campaign trail, sir. We appreciate it, as always.